Which UR sport is Division 1? Hello everyone, welcome to In the Zone, presented to you by Barbara J. Berger, iZone, here at the University of Rochester. In this show, we invite creators and innovators from our university to talk about their stories of change-making with the hope of inspiring you to start your own. Today, I, Prajita Shrestha, will be your host for the day, and behind the scene, I have my amazing teammates, Rob and Rachel, helping me with everything to make this show come true. For the very first episode of the semester, we're inviting 3 UofR seniors, Francis, Andrew, and Harry, to talk about their amazing company, AGR. AGR helps the world see the invisible by bringing revolutionary optical sensing technology to users with any level of experience. Their proprietary optical scanning platform, the Spectre, analyzes light frequencies that span beyond what the human eye can see, and thus bring lab-grade material identification to the field. Now, let's welcome the team itself and let's hear what they have to say. Hello, Team AGR. How are you guys feeling today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Thank you so much for asking. And before we start our conversation, I definitely want to thank all of you for coming in and sharing us your story. Today, we're definitely very, very excited to hear about you guys and also AGR. With that, why don't we do a quick round of introduction, and then we'll continue our conversation from there.
Okay, my name is Harry, optical engineering major. I'm from Madagascar.
My name is Francis. I'm also an optical engineering major in my senior year, and I'm a hometown native of Rochester, New York.
My name is Andrew Thankson. I am also a computer science major here at the university. I'm from Ghana and class of 2022.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, guys. Super excited to hear from each and all of you. Why don't we actually start with that? Start talking about AGR a little bit. Why don't you guys talk a little bit about Spectre? We've been hearing about it on various social media platforms, your own website, InCenter, and everyone. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Spectre is and how you guys figured that there was a need for a technology like this?
Sure. So over the past year, we've been engineering Spectre as a handheld optical scanning platform to enable lab-grade material identification in the field and have it be an instrument that's accessible to users of all levels of experience. When it comes to the origin of Spectre and AGR, I think those are really two different things. There's a technical origin and a business origin. In terms of the technical side of things, like all great companies and inventions, it started in my basement. I come from a family of amateur horticulturalists, and growing up in the Northeast, we have to winter plants over and bring them indoors to survive the cold. And so figuring out how to grow plants indoors and the lighting quality especially and keeping them healthy was really what motivated my interest in agricultural optics way back almost a decade ago. And I had the opportunity to continue that work here at the University of Rochester with my 2 best friends. So that's the technical origin of Spectre. When it comes to the business, we all met at the University of Rochester, and as it turns out, everybody on the team has a background in both agriculture and entrepreneurship. In fact, we've all been CEOs before. And so one of the most important things that taught us is to not engineer for ourselves, but engineer for the customer. And that's why we did almost 200 customer interviews through a student accelerator before doing any of the major engineering on Spectre so that we knew what we were building.
Seems like you guys are collaborating really well, which is tough to do, especially when you're in school. So what are some of the tools and some of the techniques that you guys have used in the past and would recommend some of the other emerging entrepreneurs use as well?
So in terms of collaboration, we start mainly from our strengths. So we look at what is the issue at hand and who is best fit to resolve this issue. And so once we're able to get into a room and talk about it, then we discuss who should go ahead and take the lead on a specific problem. So as far as working on the different challenges we face from day to day goes, that's how we attack these problems. On the other side of things, as far as tools and things go, we do have a group, a messenger group that we're all in. So if anything comes up, that's how we bring the issue up. And then we have tools like Trello, where we put tasks and then people go in and work on. So there are a variety of things that we do, but I think what makes things easier is that we're friends and we know each other, and so when an issue comes up, we know who to talk to. So that relationship really helps.
So I think it's very important also to note that the three of us here, actually including Prajita, we like all handle scholars, and that's how we came to meet, like from the beginning, from the day one of our college year, and you know, since then it's been like a good experience for us. Like through that scholarship program, that helped us to to get to know each other better, and and I also had that interest in optics and computer science a little bit. That helps like bond the whole team together, and keep meeting every other day and every week and stuff. And as Andrew said, it's about understanding each other's feeling and really communicate everything, and that kind of help like our work progress. And it's been like a tremendous asset that we have as a founders.
That is definitely such a nice thing to hear, guys. I'm so glad that you guys have found that bond between yourself. I was actually curious by one of the things you mentioned. So you said that you guys bring in so many different skill sets. So when it comes to analyzing a task or problem solving, how do you guys divide the work, or how do you guys bring your own skill set and your own personality into the table?
Right. So, but that's a great question, because I mean, within our team, I think one of the most important things that we have as skills and knowledge is our ability to. We are disciplinary engineers, and you look across here, Andrew, Francis, and it's not just like someone who's like a purely or business or like a purely optics. It's or like a purely computer science. It's like we kind of know every small things on everything, but at the same time we know how to work together, collaborate, and make sure that once we put the work, like we know, and the speed into that is like where things becomes really valuable. So, for example, when we do like maybe software stuff, most of it may be like Andrew, like who's gonna lead the software stuff, but he knows how to distribute it, like so that I can participate using my software skills, and Francis also using his software skills. Same thing for optics, maybe he's gonna lead some optical design project. For Andrew, that may be like, he's not optical engineering major, but that helps him also understand some of the optics stuff, and that's been like it's been like something that is really important for us, and not just to learn, but also to make our work productive. And as you can see, the result we had during the summer, just for 3 months, we'll be able to develop the entire product. And as just to emphasize on that, it was the first time we actually worked together during that summer in person in our office in downtown Rochester. Because from the past, during COVID, it was all remote, and at some point we were divided in 3 different countries. Francis was in the United States, and Andrew was in Ghana, and I was in Madagascar, and we tried to work together on that. And so once we came together here in Rochester, it was just like everything just became smooth using our skills, because we understand where one can fit, where the other does not.
One of the other things I actually took out from our conversation is that you guys have been on this journey of learning, right? Like self-learning, self-teaching. That's been a very prominent thing. But at the same time, I've learned from like doing a little bit of research on you guys that you guys are very big on mentorship. You guys have been seeking that out very actively, in fact. So could you guys talk a little bit about some of your mentors and how you've built a relationship with them?
So definitely, our first, I would say the backbone of our relationship is the Handler Scholarship, as Harry mentioned earlier. And our benefactor, Rich Handler, has been a great mentor to us. He's currently on our advisory board, and that is how we got to get connected to him. And so I think he is one of the biggest persons who has helped us in terms of getting connections to other people. And I think my partners will also add on to how we made partnerships with other mentors.
And so building off of Andrew's points about Rich, we have a whole team of incredible advisors, really too many to name here between our advisory board and everybody else who's served as a great example along the way. But I think that the most important learnings we've gotten from our advisors aren't necessarily the business lessons or the technical lessons, but it's their ability to show us how to act as business leaders and And I think that as mentees and really as entrepreneurs in general, because all entrepreneurs are by definition doing something that they've never done before, and probably that nobody else has done before. So one of the most important qualities of being an entrepreneur is being teachable, because you never know as much as you think you know.
Moving on, I actually want to talk about some of your past achievements, how you guys have been doing that, and how you guys plan to keep that streak of achievement in the future. What are some of your future plans?
So as far as achievements go, we have done a lot of business competitions where we have been proud winners of mostly a lot of cash. And so we started here at the University of Rochester in Swarm Starter competition, where we were the proud winners of $20,000. And from there, we went on to compete in a lot of different business competitions, and we ended up raising nearly $100,000. And so that really helped us in going full-time last summer, where we worked on developing our product from the ground up. My partners can add more about where we see ourselves in the next few years.
So I think Andrew gave a great background about where we've come from. And one thing that I wanted to note about that is all of that funding, we were fortunate enough to get it non-dilutively. So as three founders, we still own 100% of the company. Even so, we're now looking to raise a seed round in order to get the resources we need to work full-time after graduating next May in 2022.
Right. Yeah, so like to add into that, so our plan is really after that graduation to work full-time for AGR, bring to further develop the product that we have and bring it to the market. And I wanted to emphasize that the work that we're planning to do as we go full-time after that, we've already established partnership with different multinational companies, and those are already established companies like Avatar, Octo Sigma, and Hamamatsu Photonics, and those companies have helped us a lot when it comes to like the equipment or optics that we need or whatever materials that we need for development, and they've been like really supportive for us, and we continuing that development, we continuing that partnership doing our work after graduation, and all of that together will help us to make a product that is marketable and scalable, and to be able to pay back those money that we're gonna get for the investment for the full time that we're going for 1 year after graduation.
That's really wonderful to hear that you guys have an idea of the sort of partnerships you're looking for, but also how to give back to the partnership once they've funded you, given that round of seed funding. I think that's a really nice vision to have. And talking about vision, actually, I'm sort of curious, what's the end vision you see for AGR? What's the bigger problem you're trying to solve? What's the bigger value you're trying to add into our society?
So our goal with the Spectre is to help growers and other agricultural professionals detect crop afflictions early before they spread, to mitigate the overspray of pesticides and fertilizer. And overall, this not only saves time and money for the growers, but also helps them produce a healthier and more sustainable product that's overall better for the environment.
So to add to that, our technology is not only, so it's a handheld device for plant disease and affliction detection, but we have also been approached by a number of different companies who realize that our technology can be used for a wide variety of different material identification. So from color matching all the way to water quality monitoring. And so our technology is basically a platform technology. So we're just super excited to see how these different partnerships can evolve and how we can even use our technology to solve even bigger problems that are outside of agriculture as well.
Thank you so much, guys. We do have a quick game, a quick surprise game. You guys didn't know this was happening, but we're doing a quick UR trivia. You guys are UofR seniors. We've been here for 4 years. So let's see how this is gonna go. The rules are very simple. We're gonna do a rapid fire round with a couple of UofR questions. We're gonna give you guys a cowbell. So whoever knows the answer can ring the cowbell, and then they get points, and we're gonna do a little quick gift at the end of it. Are we all ready for the game? We're ready? Okay. Okay, the pressure, I don't want to say the pressure is on, but it may be a little on. So let's start with an easy question. How many dining halls do we have on River Campus?
2?
Yes, yes. Who is Harvey Alter? Do we know? That's okay, that's fine. So Harvey Alter is actually 2020 Nobel Prize winner here from the University of Rochester. He's one of our alumni members, and he was given the prize for discovery of hepatitis C. Moving to question number 3, where is the Humanities Center located?
It is located in this building, actually, on the second floor.
Yes, second floor of Rushdie's, right answer. How many student organizations does UofR have? You guys can give me a range. Whoever is the closest can win.
200?
No.
Oh, what is this? The Price is Right?
Do you say up or low?
That's low. Can we go higher?
That's low?
That's low.
Yeah, I think the right answer is too many.
That's not wrong.
350.
Close, close. Does anyone else?
Have another
Yes,
chance?
yes. That's 2 more. That's a lot.
320.
That's too low. Well, I'm gonna give the call to Francis. It's actually 367, so he was pretty close. So question number 5, how do you spell the name of our university's president? Who wants to call the shots?
So I would say MANGELD.
Oh no.
Wait. I would do better if I wrote it down or something. Girls door.
Yes, yes.
Door.
How do you spell her name?
MANGELD.
Yes, 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 yeah. Yep, you got it. That's correct. Okay. Question number 6. This is medium difficulty in my perspective. Which UR sport is Division 1?
Oh.
Okay.
Squash.
That's correct. That's correct. You got that right. That's okay. 6 more tries to get another question right. So question number 7. What's our university's official mascot? Oh no.
I know that thing.
You know that thing.
I'll give you a hint. It's my middle name. It's my middle name.
Team bonding. This is a very good
Come
team
on.
bonding activity.
I know that thing, man.
What is it?
Rocky.
Yes! Wow, that's correct. Moving on to our 8th question. How do you spell Genesee?
Genesee. G-E-N-E. S-S-E.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Okay, this one is another big one, and if you guys have taken a UofR tour, you've probably heard this. What's the largest building on campus? Yes.
Gregor Athleticism?
Absolutely correct. Okay, let's move on. This one's a very tough one. I wouldn't have known the answer myself. But maybe you guys are smart enough. Let's see. What's the first academic building built in Rochester?
What's this? Well, no, this is not academic.
You don't study here?
I think it's Rushdie's, but if it's not, then it's wrong.
No, it's not Rushdie's. Okay.
It was the Prince Street campus.
Prince Street campus. I don't know.
Downtown.
Well, that's
Used to be,
That's
I
the one
don't
on Wikipedia.
Well, what I have here is the Hall of Science. It was one of our oldest academic buildings. The name kept changing, but that's what I've found. Moving on, this is an easy question, and as seniors, I think you guys will know this. What is what is the last day of classes this semester?
Oh,
Last
year
day.
or last day?
Last day of classes this semester.
Last day of class, December 8th.
Yes, someone's on top of academics. We love to hear that. We love
Someone
to
wants
hear
to start
that.
Probably.
So,
Google Calendar in your head. That's what we like to hear.
it's gonna say like 20 of them.
Okay. Very last question for today. And just a hint, it's something we started our UofR journey with. What is the name of the song that we sang during the candlelight ceremony? So when we first came in during our orientation. What's the song we sang?
The Genesis.
Yes, the Genesee. You got that right.
I think I still have my
I was like, wait. Too easy.
And that was all, guys. Thank you so much for playing this game. A very, very, very big fun fact about this game was we never kept a record of your scores because you guys are all winners. And we have a small prize.
Bummer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, guys, for being with us here today. We really enjoyed talking to you guys and learning a little bit about AGR. We hope to see you guys in the future and hear all good things about AGR. But yeah, again, thank you so much and best of luck for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much.
having us. Yeah.
Just as a parting thing, why don't we take a quick fun picture to have a memory of this day.